Welcome to the Ed Newsstand Podcast. I'm your host, Troy Reynolds. This is Season 4, Episode 11 of the podcast, and the last episode before I take a little holiday break. This episode is titled Graphic Resources, and in this week's episode, I am going to tell you about a bunch of graphic resources to help you reinforce key concepts in your presentation through images. In TikTok Tech, Cassidy from @PVSEC Tech gives you a website to give your writing an easier readability level. And finally, in Tech Refresh, @Sir Tyler Tarver will help you share YouTube videos through a website that removes distractions. This episode, again, is a little bit longer because of the different 7 resources that I'm going to share with you, which means we've got a lot to get to. So let's not waste any more time. Let's dive in. As you can see, I have a lot of resources similar to last week, and they all have to do with graphic resources that you can use in your presentation. These are copyright friendly, free to use, royalty free, and we're going to get to a lot of these here in just a little bit. But first, let's talk TikTok Tech. In TikTok Tech, I have a TikTok from @PVSEC Tech, and he provides you a website to help check your writing to make it easier to read. The website is hemingwayapp.com. What you do, I'll show you the app here in just a minute, but what you do is you copy and paste the text that you are writing, and the website itself will then look over the text and tell you how to correct it to make it easier to read. It's a little bit better than Grammarly because it looks at the readability level of the text you're writing. So the website will tell you the grade level readability, it'll tell you the number of adverbs you're using, whether you're using a passive voice, how to phrase it to make it simpler to read, a simpler alternative, if your sentence is hard to read, and then if your sentence is very hard to read. So let's take a look at hemingwayapp.com. This is the website, hemingwayapp.com. As you can see right now, the demo text on the website is a readability grade level 6, and it's good, easy to read, 133 words, so it will do a word count for you. And as you look at the website, it color codes everything on the website. So for example, the light blue are adverbs, and they meet the goal of 2 or fewer. So in your writing, you want to have 2 or fewer adverbs. One place in the writing is using a passive voice. Again, you want to try to do 2 or fewer is what the website says. There is one phrase that has a simpler alternative. There are 1 of 11 sentences that are hard to read and 1 sentence that is very hard to read. So the way the site works is, for example, they have utilize highlighted in purple to use as a simpler alternative. All I have to do is mouse over for a hint. If I want to change the hint, I just click use and it will change the word from utilize to use to make it a little bit easier to read. Same with adverbs. I can hover over hopefully and it will give me it will omit that for me, and then it will give me a replacement as a passive voice. Same with perhaps. I can omit this and it will give me an alternative. Grammarly works on the website, so you can see on the website right now I have areas that have a red underline, and so if I just hover over that, I can get an example of how to change that. And if I want, I just click. For a full demonstration of the website, go ahead and there is a link to PVSEC Tech's TikTok. You can just click on it and it will take you right to the video. Let's look at Tech Refresh. Sir Tyler Tarver is, I would say, one of the more animated educators who is on TikTok. His videos are always pretty interesting. His singing voice maybe needs a little work, and he'd be the first to say that. But anyway, he is going to provide you with a website that you can use YouTube videos to share without distractions. So I've seen a lot of videos where you change a letter in the URL bar up on YouTube, and it will change how you see the video. This website here is called viewpure.com, and it's a quick and easy way for you to take a video, put it into viewpure.com, and it will take out all the distractions for you. The first thing we need to do is we need to find a video on YouTube, copy the link, and then I will meet you over at viewpure.com. Welcome to viewpure.com. A couple of things I want to go through before we get into purifying this video. I went and found a video from last week's podcast. I'm going to paste it in here. Before you click the Purify button, click on the little settings, which is at the end of the YouTube that I pasted in here. A couple of options that you have. You have viewpure.com, enter a custom URL. And this is the biggest one that I want to highlight. If I put in a custom URL, I'm going to put in podcast 410 based on last week's podcast, and then I'm going to click Purify. Now what you can see here is my video from last week, episode 410 on font design tools, but then up in the Omni box, the URL, it says viewpure.com/podcast410. What that means is I can take that link and I can share it out just with that URL. And you can see that I don't have any distractions on my video on ViewPure. So however you share this out, when you send students to this website, or anybody for that matter, there's no distractions. It doesn't go to YouTube, it goes right here to ViewPure. A couple of other things you can change at the bottom. You can enter a password to password protect this. So if you want to make an unlisted YouTube video and put it in here and create a password to lock it down even more, you can do that. You can also put a start and a stop time on this video. So if you only want them to watch 10 or 15 seconds, you can add a start and stop time on that too. When you're done with the video, you can add it to a playlist. To do that though, you need to create an account. You can embed the video. So if you want to take it and you want to embed it in, say, like a Google Sites website, you can do that there. You can also generate a QR code. So if you're reading a book and you want to put the QR code in a book to have the students do a read along, you can easily generate a QR code right from this website. Viewpure.com. And all you have to do, what I recommend, is entering a custom URL before you click Purify. And in Tech Refresh, if you click on Sir Tyler Tarver's video on the newsletter, it will take you right to his video and you're able to watch that video and how he uses ViewPure and some of the ideas that he goes through in his TikTok. Now let's get into the heart of the newsletter this week, graphic resources. On that same vein of Presentation Zen, we've talked about fonts, we've talked about templates. Right now, let's talk about graphic resources that you can add that are royalty-free and available for you to use in your presentations. The first one I want to get to is undraw.co, and these are images that fit your messaging, customized color that you can use, and then you can use them as a normal image or as an embedded code. So let's head over to undraw.co. This is the website, very plain, easy to work with. Best way to get started, just click on the Browse Now. When you get into the Browse Now area, you have all of these different options that you can see right from the start. In the top right corner, you can change the color, and when you click on changing the color there, if you have the hex code for finding the exact color that you want to match what's happening in your presentation, you can paste that in there and all of the graphics will change to that same hex color that you want to use. Next is the search. So if you click on the search button in the top right corner and you do a search for something, I'll just say computer, then it gives you all of the images that have to do with computers, and they all tell you exactly what they're doing in the image. The wording doesn't come along with the image when you save it. So for example, if I want something with an online test, I can download either an SVG for my project or I can download a PNG for a blog or some social media use that I want to. It's that simple. That's all you have to do. If there isn't something available that you want on undraw.co, there are plenty of other websites that I have coming up. The next website I have is storyset.com, free illustrations. You can customize them, animate, and download any of their illustrations. This is storyset.com. Again, awesome free customizable illustrations, very similar to undraw.co. You can see right at the top, it looks like I have an error going on the website. It's not. It's just a graphic that you can use to put in a website that you want. They have a search box at the top. I'll just do a search for computer. And then you can see once I did my search for computer, I get all of these different options that show up. And again, they're all different colors. I find one that I would like. Let's choose this one with the money. I can change the color easily. Again, all I have to do is know the hex number if I want to change it from purple to something else. I can make the background hidden, simple, or detailed. And then I can take in and out different layers of the image. When I'm done, I can either download an SVG or I can download a PNG similar to how I did with undraw.co. If I want to change the color from the beginning, I can easily go over on the left-hand side and I can choose change color. I can also choose my background to be hidden, simple, detailed, and I can do tags for different things regarding computers, whether they're education or marketing or business or many other choices. This is storyset.com. Next, let's look at the nounproject.com. They consider themselves to be the most comprehensive icon collection in the world. So this is the Noun Project. If you're looking for icons for anything, you're looking for them to be part of your website, you're looking for them to use in other graphics in your presentations, this is the place that you want to go to find icons. You'll need to log in to download an icon. On this website, again, I just did a similar search for computer. If I'm looking for a computer icon, I found one that I like, I click on it. It'll tell me exactly who made it. I can change a couple of customizations on it. I can change the color. I can rotate it if I want to. I can make it a transparent background. And then if I click get this icon, again, here I have to log in. Now that I log in on the Noun Project, I have three options. I can sign up and pay for the Noun Project, $40 a year. There's a single pro download for $3, or I can just download the basic white, no edits attribute to the creator per the Creative Commons license, but it's free. If you're just looking for black and white regular icons, Noun Project has, like they say, the most comprehensive library that you could pick. So I choose basic download and I click continue, and then I can get this downloaded to my computer. I just have to give credit to whoever created this specific computer icon. If you're looking for more icon options, flaticon.com has free icons and stickers for your projects. Resources are made for PNG, SVG, EPS, PSD, and base 64 formats. Flaticon says they have over 6.2 million vector icons and stickers available. I'm going to do a search for computers again. The main difference between the Noun Project and flaticon.com is the Noun Project is strictly black and white for the basic free versions. Again, I showed you how you can change the colors and pay for the Noun Project icons if you want to be able to change what they look like. The difference here is Flaticon. I did a search for computer. I came up with 268,000 choices. They have some color choice options. So for example, I found one that I like. I click on it and I can download a PNG. If I do the paid version, I can do SVG. And then if I click PNG, it asks me if I want to join the premium subscription for $13 a month, which I don't. I just want to do the free download. But again, I have to give credit to the person that created this icon. I just click free download and I can use this icon wherever I want. Next, let's take a look at freepik.com. These are free vector graphics, stock photos, and PSD files. So on the website, you can see they have a lot of different choices at the top. You can narrow it down by vectors, by photos, down at the bottom if I want to. I can also, when I do my search, if I click where it says resources, I can choose how I want to narrow it down in my searching. So for example, I'm just going to do a search for computer again. When I do a search for computer, I get a lot of choices. Some of them look like they did when we were on undraw.com. Some of them look like icons. Either way, you just kind of scroll through, see what you like, find one that you want to use. I'm going to do a digital device mockup. And right here, if I create an account, I can save it to my collection. I can like it. But all I have to do if I'm ready to go, I just click download. And again, I can go premium if I want to, or if I give credit to whoever created this vector graphic, I just have to give them credit for that and I can download it for free. Now, another option for you is I found a picture with a computer in it, a photo with it. So I have the same option, add it to my collection, download it, but I also have the option to edit this online if I want to, so I can customize the resource for myself. So you can see when I'm trying to edit this image specifically, I can crop it, I can rotate it, I can add a filter on it, I can change some of the settings for the brightness and the saturation, I can add text on top of this graphic if I want to, similar to the way that Canva does some things. I can add some different elements if I would like. So they have some icons that I can throw in here, or I can put stickers in here. And if I want, I can add other images either on top or as a replacement. I also have the option to upload my own. If I'm going to download, I can download this image as a PNG, a JPEG, or I can download it as a PDF. If I decide to create an account, I can actually then keep this progress where I'm at. So maybe I need to step away from this image for a little bit because something came up, or it's the end of the day, or I need to go to bed, or I need to take a phone call, and I don't want anything to happen for me to lose this. If I create an account, I can easily save my progress on this image. They also make giving credit to the person that created all of these different vector graphics very simple. They have a copy and attribute link right here with your image or your vector graphic. The next website is one of my favorites. It is also an app that you can put on your iPad. It's called unsplash.com. They call themselves the internet's source of freely usable images. This is Unsplash. You can see all of the different choices for photos that they have across the top. Very simple for you to search. You have a search bar at the top, or you have a search bar right in the middle. If I do a search for a computer again, I can narrow down my choices. They give me some options for narrowing down my choices. But then I can just look through. These are very high quality images that you're looking for. So if I just want this one by Carrie Shea about an HD computer wallpaper, I click on it and I can easily share it out if I want to. I can get some information about it, how many times it's been downloaded, how many times it's been viewed, where she made it. But if I download it for free, it just easily downloads right to my desktop. I can give a shout out. I can give credit to an attribution to Carrie for creating this beautiful picture, and I can share it out through multiple links. I can put it on Facebook, on Twitter, Pinterest, email it out. Very easy for me to share and give credit to Carrie for creating this image. On unsplash.com, you also have the option to do some filtering by orientation, so you can do landscape, portrait, or square, and you can also search by black and white or various colors of tone. The last website I have on my list is Pixabay. Free images and royalty-free stock photos, over 2.4 million high-quality stock images, videos, and music. This is Pixabay. At the top, you can see I can do searches by photos, illustrations, vector graphics, videos, music, and sound effects. I have a wonderful search box right in the middle. I can filter this down by clicking where it says images and choose exactly what I'm looking for. Let's say that I'm looking for a video on computers. At the top, they have the paid version of this, but if I scroll down, it will show me different videos. If I hover over, the video will actually start to play without any sound, but it will tell me how long the video is too. So if I need to use a video a certain length of time, or maybe it needs to loop, it'll tell you exactly how long the video is so you can fill in that exact amount of time. If I find one that I like, I just click on it. You can see you can play the video right in here, but then there is a Pixabay license, free for commercial use, no attribution required. It'll tell me the resolution of the video, the media type, and when it was last published. So if I click free download, I can choose what size the video I want to download is. So I have 640 by 360 all the way up to 1920 by 1080. Again, Pixabay has a lot of different choices for you to work with, from photos to illustrations to vector graphics to music and sound effects. You'll just have to kind of dig in here and find exactly what you need. Now that I've covered everything on my list for graphic resources, there's a few graphic resources that I don't have on my list, but that I want to cover and kind of give you, if you're listening to the podcast or watching the video, kind of give you as like a little bonus. So the first one that I want to talk about is remove.bg. I think everybody in the world knows about remove.bg, but if you don't, welcome, because it's probably going to change your life. And all of these resources that I'm going to provide you are all similar to remove.bg. They just go by a different website. This is remove.bg. What it does is it removes the background from any image that you upload. So I'm going to use a couple of the examples that they have on here. Let's try this one here. Once you upload your video, it will automatically find the background and remove exactly what you have as part of the background. If it doesn't get it exactly, that's okay. If you click on the little edit paintbrush in the top right corner of the image, you can go in and you can edit out this image here. So you can add a different background in here, or you can erase and restore some of the background. You can also change the size of the brush when you are erasing or restoring. So if I want to erase maybe the straw on this sundae that's here, I'm already on erase, and all I have to do is go in here and erase. At the very top of the image, I can zoom in up to 400% when I'm trying to erase, so I can really get into the nooks and crannies of this image. Is it perfect? No. Does it work 95% of the background? Yes, it does. So remove.bg, bookmark it, stick it in your brain. It's going to be probably one of your go-to resources for editing graphics that you want to create a transparent background for or remove the background of. The next website is another background remover, and it comes from Adobe. So if you do a search for adobe.com/express/feature/image, if you just do a search for Adobe background remover, it will take you right to this website. Now, the difference here between remove.bg and the Adobe website is, with the Adobe website, you actually have to log in. But you can see here from the design that you can easily upload your image and it will remove the background of your image. You can also, similar to remove.bg, add in another background if you would like. So I told you about remove.bg. How about erase.bg? As you can see, very similar to remove.bg. I think when that first website came out, everybody has been trying to copy and get people to come to their website. So supported formats on this website: PNG, JPEG, JPG, and WebP videos or images that you can upload. So they have some examples running here as part of a GIF that you can look at. Here is the accuracy of the background remover. You can see on the example that she has a purple background, and it is multiple colors of purple, but it's easy. I'll just show you the slider. As I move the slider back and forth, it just removes the entire background from the main person's image. And the last website that I have for you is cleanup.pictures. This has been going a little crazy recently on TikTok. A lot of people have been posting videos about it, but it's a great way for you to remove certain pieces of your pictures. So for example, here is cleanup.pictures. If I use this image of the purse as my example, the great thing is it's similar to remove.bg. I have the brush size. All I have to do is go in with the little green highlighter. And if I highlight exactly what I want to take out of the image, I want to take out this pencil. Once I highlight it, the picture kind of reformats itself and gets rid of the pencil. So if there is a picture of you on vacation, you and your family on vacation or whatever it might be, but there's some weird bird behind you or a dog or some other people who are distracting from the photo, take it here to cleanup.pictures and just erase them out of the image. It's not perfect. Sometimes there's a little blurriness to the picture, depending on how much it has to work. But for very simple pictures, say you on the shoreline with some water behind you or a clean sky background, it should do a pretty good job of cleaning up whatever you're trying to get rid of on your picture. I'll show you one more example here on this picture. There's a pen in the bottom left corner of this purse picture. I just highlight the pen and it will erase the pen. So you can see that it kind of left a little bit of a smudge behind. So again, just kind of work with it a little bit more and see if it does what you need it to and if you like it. I know it was fast. I know there were a lot of resources. Hopefully you were able to find one of the different 7 resources that I provided you for graphic resources. And if not, if you have your own, then hopefully one of those 4 resources that I provided you gives you the ability to remove the background and make the image that you want to use in your presentation stand out a little bit more. That's it for this episode of the Ed Newsstand Podcast. I really appreciate you listening to the podcast or watching the video version on YouTube because I know your time is valuable. Please check out the graphic resources in this week's newsletter. I really encourage you to check out the resources from undraw.co, storyset.com, The Noun Project, flaticon.com, freepik.com, unsplash.com, pixabay.com, and the hidden resources remove.bg, Adobe's background remover, erase.bg, and cleanup.pictures. A huge thank you to Cassidy at PVSEC Tech for his awesome writing website hemingwayapp.com in TikTok Tech to help make your text and emails more reader friendly. Thank you to Sir Tyler Tarver in Tech Refresh for his tip on taking away distractions when sharing YouTube videos through viewpure.com. For more EdTech resources, you can follow me on social media. You can find me on Twitter at ReynoldsTroy and on Instagram and TikTok at EdNewsstand. If you're listening on any podcast platform and would like to hear more, please like and subscribe to receive updates and have any new episode automatically downloaded for you. You can also revisit my previous episodes on any major podcasting platform like Spotify, Anchor.fm, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or Google Podcasts. You can also check out the video version of my podcast over on my YouTube channel and check out any of the other video resources I have available. If you'd like to download my app to have my podcast and newsletters right on your smart device, please check it out at ednewsstand.glideapp.io and save it to your home screen. If you don't want the app but would like to check out my resources, please visit my website at ednewsstand.weebly.com. This is Troy Reynolds, and this is the Ed Newsstand Podcast. Hoping you were able to take away at least one idea for your classroom. Please be safe. Until next time.